Involvement in arts is associated with gains with students in math, reading, cognitive ability, critical thinking, as well as their verbal skills. We also know that arts learning can also improve their motivation, their concentration, their confidence, as well as teach them to work and build up their teamwork skills. Research has also shown that arts education enables children from financially challenged backgrounds to have a more even playing field with their students that come from more financially wealthy backgrounds experience as it related to the arts. The arts bring out those talents. Some of our students, we found that some students may not read or write well, but they can still play music because they learn it, as we call it, by ear, and that's a talent and a skill that they can build on. Education can really make a big difference in the Black community, because what happens is if we find generations of families that are not educated, and you find that one, and you educate them and you teach them to read, we've changed a whole entire generation by doing that. And then it exposes them to different careers and different study paths for the students to build up and make our community even better. Education also changes the generation by educating the students, that the family members that come behind that person that you start with the change with. Education is very big in the Black community. I remember hearing stories of my educators. They lived in the community, so we got a chance to see the people that lived in our community and made a difference in education and the importance of education. When we see those people in our communities and they're teaching, and we have that big parent involvement piece with our local community schools. I started a school in our community to assist and bring that missing piece that I thought was missing in the public school system. I have some friends and I have co-workers and colleagues that are excellent in the Broward County school system or in our public school system, but what happens is they have so many other things that they have to cover that they can't personalize the education. And here at Moreland's Alternative Education Academy, I like that we're small in numbers, so things that we see that need to be done, we can go ahead and make that change. We don't have to go in front of this board and talk to that committee. When we see a difference, I like the fact that in the afternoons, at the end of the day, when we finish, we get with our teachers and we kind of like have a little chat and see what happened today and see what we can make it better tomorrow. A lot of our students need change, and sometimes by the time we could make that change in a public school setting, the year has passed by and we've lost, that child has lost that time. So here at Moreland's Alternative Education Academy, I like that we can see what's missing, we can see what our community needs, and we can build upon that. We not only educate the child, we found that here we educate the entire child as well as the family needs as well. So that's why we started the school, my sisters and I and my family, so we can come back and give what was given to us. The things that we're doing today, we're on the shoulders of other people that came before us. My parents, John and Lois Moreland, Ernestine Price. I've even worked with Liz Massey, just different people that encouraged us. Carolyn Schaefer, Demetrius Acko at Children in the Spirit. It's so many people that encouraged us that, hey, you can come back and give to your community. And that's something that I really enjoy. Even my local church, Pastor John L. Mohorn, he assisted us. I mean, it's countless people. The Shriners, different Masons group, my sorority group, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. My sisters are Deltas, Delta Sigma Theta, the Links Incorporated. So I can go on and on of numerous groups in the community that assisted me to be where I am, so that we can assist and help other students and families in the community to give that piece that goes back to build on to making our community a stronger community and making our students better people. The importance of Black history in school is to teach our students their past and the true path. Some of the paths that I guess I would say white stream America teaches our kids, they don't go back until they don't teach the true past, if you ask me. I think we have Black people that have done amazing things in Black history. So I think if we teach our children their history from where they began or where they came from, they'll know that it's possible to do what they want to do. I think about Mary McLeod Bethune. She started with $1.50 and she started our college. So just to know that if you can do that with that, our kids have a future. We tell our students here at Moreland's Academy, some of the luxuries you have today, you can thank a Black person for doing it. So I just think when they know their history, they have so much more to look forward to where they can go by knowing some of the things that was accomplished in the past with lesser, I would say, amenities to do it with. So I think it's very important that they know their history so they'll know where they came from, so they'll have a straight path of what they can obtain and what they can accomplish. We chose Pompano to open our school so we can give back to our beautiful community. I love the city of Pompano Beach, and I live in the city of Pompano Beach, so I want to see the fruits of our labor. Just with our first incoming class at Moreland's Alternative Education Academy, we have about 85 students, and I think they're going to do amazing things. So we're able to pour into them the things that were poured into us right here in the city of Pompano Beach, Florida. I wanted to come back and share some of the things and some of the things that I've accomplished and some of the things that I've observed and witnessed and some of the things that I didn't see in education that I wanted to afford our students. Here at Moreland's Academy, we have devotional service every morning. We have positive affirmations with our students every day. We sit down, we talk about things that can better our community every day. So it's just so exciting that these kids get to go back and hear this stuff, hear these different things and share it with the people that are in their community because they live in Pompano, the city of Pompano Beach as well.
I think one main reason we wanted to come to the great city of Pompano Beach is simply because we were born and raised here. We've seen the city change in an amazing way, and we wanted to be a part of that and leave our footprints for our future leaders and entrepreneurs to come and pick up where we left off with Moreland's Academy. No better place to do it than where we know people, where we know businesses, where we have a plethora of contacts. So I think we were extremely excited, and we did consider one other place, but everything circled back to our roots, which is the city of Pompano.
And like I said before, I think the city of Pompano was an amazing place to open our school because we're standing on the backs of so many people that help us be able to sit where we are. So we wanted to share those talents and expose our students to some of the families and some of the businesses and some of the big things that are happening in the past and some of the things that are happening as we speak now in the wonderful city of Pompano Beach. One of the reasons why my sister and I wanted to open the school in the city of Pompano Beach is to fill the void that we felt that was a void for us being educated at Pompano Beach Senior High School. We attended Pompano Beach High School, and it wasn't until I got to Bethune-Cookman College that I realized I was cheated out of a lot of history as it pertained to my history, which is Black history. So here at Moreland's Academy, we think about some of the things that we were blessed to have, but we also went back and looked at some of the things that we missed out. And as a result of that, We teach Black history every day. It's 365 days of the year, not just February. We build upon Black history daily. We make notations and we expose our students to the wonderful things that have occurred in our history, in Black history.
And one quote that we use constantly around our school is from Nelson Mandela, which is, "We never lose, we either win or learn." And so our students know coming through our doors that we never quit and we never lose, we continue learning. And again, one of the things that Principal Moreland certainly prides herself on as it relates to our curriculum is including that piece where our children feel important. We made Black history. We made history. A lot of things wouldn't have never happened in this country, and certainly wouldn't have happened in the city of Pompano Beach had it not been for the work and the workmanship of Black people. My dad has been in business. He's retired now, but he had been in business for over 55 years in the city of Pompano was where he got his start. But he worked throughout the Tri-County area, and it's persons like him and other leaders in the community that again showed us the way to own a business, showed us how to save money, showed us how to overcome challenges. My dad wasn't educated. He didn't get the opportunities that we had to attend school, but he never let that stop him. And so it's that energy and that pride and that ability to stomp over the obstacles that are in our way is why Moreland's Academy was birthed. And we want to continue to share that and pass it down to our students.
We like to share here that our city, with our students, we like to share with them that this city was built on the backs of a lot of strong Black families in the city of Pompano. We talk about and we engage them in activities that make them aware of the Black history just up and down the road, Hammondville. They hear the name Hammondville, but Hammondville was named after a white slave owner. So I tell our students it's so important to say Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard instead of saying Hammondville. So once we expose that and made them aware of the history of why it was Hammondville and why it's now Dr. Martin Luther King, that's something that they'll pass down hopefully to generations and people in their families, so we can let go of the Hammondville name and stand and take pride of it being named Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard here in the city of Pompano Beach. So that's just one of the things that, we make proud. There are so many families that we can just name in the city of Pompano, like we have the Allies, the Able gas station, the Ellingtons, the Holloways, the McGurts, the Williams, the Grissets, the Blues, the Jacksons. It's just so many families that people that look just like you and I tell our students, some of these people you'll never see in a book, but it's even better. You can look at the history and the footprints in the city of Pompano Beach. You can reach out and talk to their different family members. They're the ones too that put in a great piece of work to make the city of Pompano the way it is. We're working and we're standing on the backs of others that came before us. So I think it is very important here at Moreland's Academy for our students to see positive people and teachers that look like them. When I think about, and again, we built this school on some of the things that were positive for us and some of the things that we missed out in education. So I come from a family of 9 and I'm number 8. By the time I came to school, I think about it now, I was used as an integration tool. I attended Tedder Elementary, and then in 5th grade I was shipped off to Northcrest because we went to integrate. So then from there I went to Pompano Middle, and from Pompano Middle to high school. So I'm saying all that to say this: I didn't see a Black teacher stand in front of me and teach me until I was at Pompano Middle School. So I think our students are very blessed to see positive people, sharp, smart people that stand before them and teach them on a daily basis. Would you agree with that?
I certainly would agree with that. I had primarily white teachers my entire educational time, from kindergarten through 12th grade. I may have encountered 4 or 5 Black teachers, and to me this was definitely a downfall, and fortunately for me, I was able to matriculate at the Great Bethune-Cookman, was college then, and now it's university. And as my sister stated earlier, it will be there where I learn so much about my history. And other than what my parents had told me, I was really able to delve into how blacks changed this country and how this country would not be where it is had it not been for blacks and our work ethic and what we did educationally even to change this country. And so we don't want our kids to miss out on, we're not saying that we didn't have amazing teachers that were white, because we did, but it was that translation of being able to communicate our black heritage that was missing. The white teachers could not teach us that. And so while in college, I learned so much as to what I could do and who my people were and different things that we had invented. There were so many inventions that I wasn't aware of that were invented by black people. So we want to make sure that our kids learn at an early age who they are and their heritage and where they came from, and that we can do math. Things that we built 2,000 years ago are still standing, that were created by black people. So our children need to know this, and while here, they're going to get the education, and they're going to know who they are and what they can be, even if it's the President of the United States.
So I think self-worth is the most important piece that we build here. We teach our students and show our students on a daily basis that your worth is the most important piece. So yes, I agree with that. And I would also say when we attended Bethune-Cookman University, it's almost like we had to play catch up on our black history. So with our babies coming in as early as kindergarten, we make them aware of all the black history inventions and the parts that black history has played in American history. So another interesting piece here at Moreland's Academy, we have personalized education. So with that personalized education, a lot of schools, they buy their curriculum and then they infuse their students in it. So here at Moreland's Academy, we have quite a few different pieces that we use for curriculum, because once our students come here and we assess them, we use the curriculum. We pick the curriculum that we think would best be for them, but also with the modified pieces of curriculum, again, black history is a very important piece of that as it relates to, it may be just some of the stories that we're reading that teaches the different reading skills. We have our students to read about black history. It may be some of the mathematical things that we talk about or we teach. We use black inventors as it relates to mathematics. So everything that we do around here is very important because it's centered around black history.
And I think my piece as Dean of Students and my background being in law enforcement has definitely taken a hit, and perhaps negative, in the light of the way they deal with blacks. And it's been that way for years. I guess now, as some would say, it's just being videotaped, and now you're getting an opportunity to see what I've seen for many years with having 30-something years of law enforcement experience. So it's important to me to teach our students the laws and how they pertains to them, and what happens when they're stopped, and what should take place if someone wants to search them or search their car. So I think our curriculum is not just academic based, but it also teaches them how to survive in the real world, especially being black in America these days. So I think that the infusion of academics and social justice that we talk about often, and even down to watching the inauguration, something some of the children didn't even know what the word inauguration was. We introduced them to that piece. Some of the kids were not familiar with historically black colleges and universities, and now they're excited about getting an opportunity after COVID to visit one of the amazing HBCUs. They got a homework assignment on all the HBCUs and how they were birthing and how long they've been in existence and what they pride themselves on. So it's these things that we continue to introduce our students to that we know that they would not get in a regular public school setting, or maybe even a charter school setting. So we're excited that we're able to bring things into play that students just would not have gotten perhaps anywhere else. I think that's what makes our school so special, that because we can write our own curriculum to further assist our students, because we can encourage them that it's okay to go to a Black historically college or university. It's okay that you want to do something else other than play football or basketball. It's okay if you want to be a professional poet, as we saw the young lady speaking at the inauguration. So it's these things like this that our kids are being exposed to that are going to be life-changing, and we know that. And so we want to continue the great things that we're doing at Moreland's Academy and pass it on to others.
We're also tapping into the talents of our students, and we're starting to work on that now and trying to align them with different programs and different things that they can expose or learn about the road of career choices that they want to make. A lot of the students were very excited watching the inauguration, and they was like, oh, everybody's talking about HBCUs, but now as a Black community, we've always prided ourselves on our HBCUs. So now is a good time because everybody gets to see the amazing things that our HBCUs produce. And I am so excited for Vice President Harris, because not only is she a vice president, she's the first Black female, but she's also my sorority sister, and that would be Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
I would just like to further say that at the HBCUs, a lot of these schools were built because predominantly white universities did not allow us to enter into their schools. They said our scores weren't high enough, or our extracurricular activities that we were involved in did not fit their profile, if you will. And still today, predominantly white universities have a quota as to how many Blacks they allow in their school. And so it's their loss, because I'm aware of the fact that statistically 26% of the workforce is made up by people who have graduated from an HBCU. So we have made our mark in history. We continue to soar as it relates to the jobs that we obtain and the leadership, and especially for Blacks and primarily females. When there were jobs, I use myself as an example. Still today, there are not a lot of Black females in leadership positions in the area of law enforcement. When I was a captain, myself and one other Black female at the time, we were the highest ranking 2 Black officials in Broward County. And to me, that statistic is very sad. And so it's sad also to hear that in 2021, we are still saying the first Black
we talk about
the first Black
that.
This is alarming to me. And so it's up to us and us to empower our babies to take that stigma away of the first Black anything. We're more than competent. We're more than qualified. We're educated. We're creative. We put our own spin on this thing called life and opportunities. And so we're bringing that to the forefront. And now, because of media and the media outlets, they can't ignore us. They have to see that Blacks are just as competent, and if not greater, than some of our male counterparts and some of our white counterparts that have secured these jobs and they really weren't qualified for them. So I'm excited to be a graduate from an HBCU, and I certainly press others to attend, because there's no lack of education at those schools as was previously told to us.
I also here at Moreland's Academy, we tell our students when they won't allow you to sit to the table, guess what? Build your own table. Bring your own table. You create your own table. So that's something that we're big on, again, making the students know and feel like they can do it. So we have a high school 9th through 12th, and that's something that we're big on. We had to kind of revamp some things because of COVID, but we are big on trying to expose our students to the entrepreneurship path as a way of a career, or you can attend college and use that entrepreneurship path here at Moreland's Academy. So we have exposed our students to some of the things they want, some of the things that they want to do in the programs. We have been looking at them virtually, But when we get past COVID, we plan on having trips and having our students do internships with some of the local businesses of some of the things that some of our students want to do. Some of our students have already shared some of the talents that they have and what they would like to do. So we have already started a program where we're going to put them with some of our local businesses to get that feel, a week in the life of, or a day in the life of, so they can actually see the behind the scenes of what it is that they really want to do as far as entrepreneurship or own their own business. We also talk a lot with them about the trade. Okay, so everyone doesn't have to go to college. Maybe everybody doesn't want to go to college, but trade. We have so many people in our community that make so much money or make a great living by using their hands or doing different talents. We're going to always need barbers. We're going to always need plumbers. We're going to always need electricians. So we teach our students the whole path. We're not just pushing college. Whatever it is you want to be, when you come to Moreland's Academy, we're going to assist you and help you and push you and provide you with the skills to do that and to connect to that path.
Moreland's Academy is also excited to let the community know that we are growing. We will be having additional space for students just where we are now, just a building just north of our building in the plaza where we are now, same area, because parents have expressed to us, hey, I've spoken to my friends and they're so excited to see what my kids are learning and their experience, and they talk about it all the time, and now they want their child to attend Moreland's Academy. Unfortunately, right now we have a waiting list, so it was because of that waiting list and because parents have continued to express to us the great job that they see that we're doing with their children, that they said, don't you want to open another area so that you can accept more kids? And we considered that thought, and so we were able to secure another building space right adjacent to where we are now. So I think this is just a testament to how far Moreland's Academy is going to go. And if my dad was in business for 55 years with little to nothing, no computers, no iPhones, a lot of the things that we have now to make our business better, I think we can do even longer than that, and really, as we stated earlier, leave our footprints in the community and in the Pompano area. So yes, we will be accepting new students, we will be hiring additional teachers, and we will certainly continue to need your prayers, any donations. We're still in need of transportation vans and computers. We still need those things for our children. Some of our parents are indigent, and although they pride themselves on making sure their kids have the best education financially, they just don't have the means to make sure every child has a laptop, and that's important when you want to do research, especially now with COVID.
Yes.
So kids don't have access to the library as they did prior to COVID. So we are in need of things. So if you're able to provide the school those things, we certainly would appreciate it. And it won't go to waste, because our kids are constantly learning new things. Science, we need things in the area of science. We need things to conduct different science projects and experiments. So whatever the community can assist us with, we will take it and we will use it to the best of our abilities to continue to empower our students.
So the mission statement at Moreland's Alternative Education Academy is to assist students grades K through 12 in achieving their highest academic potential through creative, individual, flexible, and structured educational experiences. This is designed to enhance their diverse growth and foster lifelong learning. MAEA's program will also guide students who have faced educational challenges in non-conventional school settings. So with that being said, we know everybody can't learn in the same setting. So here at Moreland's Academy, we specialize in personalized learning for tomorrow's leaders.